Welcome back to 5-Minute Modules, where I show you can use these exercises in less than 5 minutes. Today we're going to look at exercise 4.4 in Module 2, which is about writing factual and attitudinal questions for your survey. So as we do each time, let's take a look at the instructions. Basically, it's asking you to write one factual question and one attitudinal question. There's one stipulation that it has to be closed choice. Basically, this means instead of having a short answer, an open-ended question, you need to have like a multiple choice answer where there's only a certain number of choices possible for them to do. Before I do this, I want to show you some reasons of why there's differences between attitudinal and factual questions. This is from a study by Suzanne Mettler at Cornell University about whether people who do use government programs actually are aware they're on government programs. So the factual information is she was able to get out, do you actually have or use this program? Then she also asked, have you used a government social program? And for different types of programs, people answered correctly or incorrectly. This shows you the number who report they incorrectly have not used a program. Some programs, such as tax credits, people tend to think they're not on a program, while more traditional welfare programs like food stamps and Medicaid, people do not get that question wrong as often. Another example of this is a study done by Michael Norton and Dan Ariely, where they asked people for attitudes about wealth distribution in the United States. Now the top line shows you the factual what the wealth distribution is. For example, the top 20% control a little more than 80% of all the wealth in the United States. Well, Norton and Ariely asked him, said, what do you think the distribution is? And as you can see, they thought it was a lot more equal than it actually is. They also asked another attitudinal question, which they estimated is a factual question that's wrong, but then they also asked them an attitudinal question, what do you think it should be? And here they say it's a lot more equal than what it actually is in the United States. But let's get back to our questions. Let's write a factual question. So one basic thing is to get demographic data, to collect factual information about your respondent. For example, we might want to know how wealthy they are. So this would be an example of a simple factual question. What is your household's annual income? A, less than $17,000, which would mean below the poverty line. $70,000 to $30,000, $30,000 to $50,000. $50,000 is about the average for the United States. Over $50,000 to $100,000, and then over $100,000. This is a closed choice factual information. Now, let's say we also want to write a related attitudinal question. What could we write here? Well, we could ask, for example, what people think about different government programs. For example, you could ask, do you think that food stamps is a wasteful government program? And we could have a closed chance. We could have yes, or we could do A. It could be yes, it could be no, or maybe perhaps no opinion. And therefore you would have, let's say, an attitudinal question because you're asking for them what they think. Now they might not know whether it's actual wasteful or not, but what you can do is, let's say, have a closed choice question. So it's relatively easy, and depending on your survey you might ask different questions. Remember, one asks for an opinion, the other one asks for a fact. So it could be about their behavior, how many times they've used something. It could be, for example, something about their background or their demographics if you don't have that. And then you could ask them perhaps what they would think about the policy. Do you think there's a problem? Do you not think there's a problem? Well, once again, this has been 5-Minute Modules, and we'll see you next time.